Hi, welcome back to another video. So today I will be trying something a little bit different. I'm going to be shooting at night and once again indoors. So the photo I'm going to go for is this one right here. So if you're interested in that, then just stick around and enjoy. So for today's shoots, it was actually an idea that I had sketched out for a client a while ago, probably like I'd say almost a year ago, right? Yeah, and the photo shoot never really went through because of just because, and I at the time just wanted to create some sort of idea that didn't really hold too much meaning. I was lucky enough to be free to come up with my own idea for the surreal shoots, and so I just had complete free reign on what ideas that I want to conceptualize, pretty much. So the idea was to have a lot of paper cranes cloned into the photo, and each one of them will be held by a string coming down from the top of the photo. And I'll be once again utilizing the fire tool that I had learned to do in the last photo. Now that I feel like I have gotten a pretty good handle on it, I would say, because like that tool, like I feel like there's always something that I'm learning from Photoshop whenever I try something new, which I'm kind of scared of trying something new from time to time because I don't feel like putting in a lot of effort for a potential fail, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be putting that into practice again for this photo because I wanted the paper crane that is in front of me to be lit aflame. And something else that I'm going to try out that is relatively new for this photo is shooting at nighttime. And I decided that I will be backlit for this photo. So in that case, I will be sitting on my bed, and I don't know if you can tell, most likely for like a lot of my in the past video you've probably seen, but I have strings of fairy lights coming down from my wall, so I thought that would provide some nice bokeh for this photo. Yeah, so that's the idea. So when I decided to shoot this photo, I also thought about, you know, just researching on the meaning of paper cranes, because I remember when I was younger, I was a Kumon child, and so I remember I was doing these reading worksheets and they always include excerpts of books and for you to, you know, do like reading comprehension and other English practices for it. And I remember one of the stories that really intrigued me was Soroko and 1,000 Paper Cranes. I don't know, I just like bringing back a lot of things from when I was a kid back into my photos. I don't know if you can tell. I looked up the meaning of paper cranes to kind of just refresh my memory on it. And so according to Japanese tradition, if you fold 1,000 paper cranes, then you are granted one wish. And the meaning of that is derived from the belief that cranes live for 1,000 years. Hence the reason why an individual needs to fold 1,000 paper cranes. And I found out in general that cranes symbolize essentially happiness and eternal youth. So I guess that can kind of sprinkle in some extra meaning to the photo. Also, fun fact, I don't know shit about folding origami or anything like that. So I'm going to look up a tutorial on how to do that. I mean, in one of my other origami photos, I'll put it right here. In that photo, I kind of just pulled the origami fish off of Google, but I kind of just want to do something new. And it always looks more realistic when it's real. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Maybe just go for a solid color. I don't know. What do you think? Oh my goodness, I love the ones where it just has the gold detailing to it. Ooh. Oh, I'm excited. I'm also kind of afraid to use pretty paper because I don't want to fuck up pretty paper. Okay, so this is so minuscule, but like, do you see that? Like, how do you avoid this? Or maybe I feel like I'm too perfectionistic in this, but sometimes I feel like this makes a big difference at the end. I remember now why I don't do origami much, because it's not therapeutic. It's just so many folds. It's like I'm on WikiHow right now, and step 17 has like 7 steps itself. It's like 17 A, B, C, D, E, and so on. And it's like a GIF, so I can't just pause it. I'm a rookie. This whole video, like, this is going to take up half of my video, just me folding the crane. I need to catch up. I feel like I lost 1,000 years from my life. And just for its head to be like a doofus? If I had to fold 1,000 of these for a wish. Okay, so right now it's about 5:40-ish, and I think I'm going to shoot now because something that I realized is like I need some sort of ambient light to at least cast some light onto my face for when it's time to shoot, and I'd rather do it with natural light instead of like using my lamp when it gets completely dark by nighttime. So yeah, I'll show you guys the environment of my room right now. It is not clean, but I'll show you. So should I do like a typical room tour? Like, knock knock. Well, here's my room when you walk in. It's just okay right now, but all of my natural light source is coming from that window right there. Here you go. Isn't she beautiful? Right now, what I'm going to be doing is a technique that I've used in the past, where when I want to light up just a specific area that I want to be lit, I am going to use my phone's flashlight to kind of detail and zone in on the area that I want to be brighter, because since I'm going to be holding the crane that is going to be edited to be lit aflame later on in Photoshop, it would only make sense for there to be a light that is glowing from the crane itself. I can edit that into Photoshop as well, like edit in the glow that is radiating from the crane, but it would be more realistic to do it with the real lighting, so that is why it's easier and just very quick to do that on my phone. shiny. Oh my goodness, right now I'm watching President Obama's commencement speech for class of 2020 because I definitely need a smart man like him to tell me that it's gonna be okay. Barack Obama's making me sad. I don't want to say I look up to him, but I look up to him and I really respect this guy. It's like hearing him say, you know, your accomplishments are big. This was an unfortunate time, and like throughout all the chaos, you achieved something great, and like that it's a time for celebration, even though it feels like there's nothing to celebrate because of everything going on, but also the feeling of like your academic career feeling like it never hit the finish line because it was never really celebrated. I don't know, it's making me really sad.
My memory finally came back. But nothing good came of it. There was no place for me to return to. This was the only place I could go. And now you're leaving, just like that. Why do you have to go? Where are you going? What are you going to do? Just throw your life away like it was nothing?
I'm not going there to die. I'm going to find out if I'm really alive. I have to do it, Faye.
So I finished editing. I kind of spent more time on it than I wanted to for just an okay outcome, but what can I do? So I'll just close off the video now and say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys stick around for the next one. Bye.